Welcome back to World of Immersion. Today we have some breaking news coming from Cedar Point. Cedar Point has announced the permanent closure of Top Thrill Dragster in its current state. So what does this mean for the park's future? Stay tuned and let's discuss. Top Thrill Dragster has been having tons of problems recently, being closed this entire season so far, and even before this just having tons of technical difficulties. So it was no surprise to me when I found out that Top Thrill Dragster will be closing forever. But what's really interesting is Cedar Point made sure to specify that it's closing in its current state. Now I have many guesses for what this could mean for the ride. My initial reaction would be to think that they're going to be just replacing the launch track with probably LSMs, because LSMs are significantly easier to maintain and really don't break down as much. However, there's many more possibilities as to what could be happening for the ride. But first, let's start off with what's not happening. I don't think the ride is going to be removed. If it was going to be removed, I don't think Cedar Point would have specified that it's only closing in its current state. The ride is so iconic for the park, especially adding to that skyline, and I doubt they will remove or change much of the main structure as it is. Now, there's many potential ideas for what could be happening. I think the most likely scenario is that they're just replacing the launch system. The two very possible solutions I see to this are LSMs and an air launch. The only problem we run into with LSMs is that it's possible it won't be able to accelerate quick enough to get up the tower. LSMs are significantly slower in accelerating the train than hydraulic launches are, so I'm not sure if that would work out. But it is very possible. The next possible launch system would be an air compressed launch, similar to Max Force over at Six Flags Great America. Now this would mean having S&S come into the park and install their version of the air launch, because they are really the only ones who have perfected it. Air launches can get up to speeds really quickly, so this could definitely be a viable solution. However, air compressed launches are also not super reliable, so I'm not sure if Cedar Point would want to go with another unreliable launch to replace the previously really unreliable launch. So there are a few more solutions that we can explore. Another possible solution to get the car up to speed to go over the top hat would be to have some sort of transfer track and then a multiple launch system, where it launches you forwards and then backwards and then finally up that spike to get you over the top in enough speed. Similar to rides like Pantheon and other coasters by Intamin that use this kind of swing launch method, Top Thrill Dragster could definitely do this. If they just shifted the station over a little bit and had a transfer track onto the launch system, they could very easily pull this off, with having a vertical spike on each end. This way the coaster could swing launch into enough speed. This would definitely work to get it up to speed to get over the top hat. However, it's also possible that Cedar Point could just flat out change the entire layout of the coaster. One possible rumor that's been going around is that Corkscrew has outlived its lifetime at the park. So it's very possible that the park will remove Corkscrew within the next few years. If they do this, it frees up a ton of land right next to Top Thrill Dragster. And what if they use this space to extend Top Thrill Dragster's layout? We could see something similar to Pantheon over at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. If we move the station over and have a small section before the main launch, this way once again it could do a swing launch similar to Pantheon to get it fully up to speed to go over the final top hat. The second half of the ride would be exactly the same, however the first half could have some cool new elements, utilizing that entire Corkscrew space, which is actually pretty decently sized. This rumor is also backed up by the fact that they moved the two flat rides right next to Corkscrew, which frees up even more room. If we do see this style of renovation to Top Thrill Dragster, I could definitely see them retracking the entire coaster in its entirety. That way the coaster has all the same track. I would guess they would leave the support structure the exact same, however, especially because of how iconic it looks. I feel like this would be a great replacement for Top Thrill Dragster, because even though the launch wouldn't be as forceful, it would make up for it in the additional elements and more interesting ride. Overall, it's very exciting to see what happens to Top Thrill Dragster in its future, and I'm very lucky to have ridden it in its previous state. I want to hear your opinion for what you think will be happening to Top Thrill Dragster in the future. Be sure to comment down below what you think. Thank you so much for watching World of Immersion today, and before you go, be sure to check out this next video ranking every single roller coaster at Cedar Point, including Top Thrill Dragster, before it's closed. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.